Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we've reached verse 11. So basically we see verses 11 through 14 telling us more about the technique of meditation in details. So it's very useful, and also, again, many insights that we can find in those beautiful, seemingly technical verses. So verse 11. In a clean spot, having established a firm seat of his own, neither too high nor too low, made of a cloth, a skin, and kusha grass, one over the other. So here we are talking about how to sit for meditation. And again, we said that starting from verse 10, we are starting to see the technicalities, how to actually go through the practice. What should we do with the body? What should we do with the mind? Where do we even start? Now, if you notice, when Lord Krishna was talking about a person who is constantly in meditation, there was no need to mention sitting. Because once we are established in the practice of meditation, the meditation just goes on the entire day. And Swami Shivananda tells us how to sit for meditation, and he says, let not the meditation stop when you get up from your seat. Meaning, and this is a very, very, very important point, if we live our life in a certain manner that is contrary to the principles of meditation, which we will explain in a minute, then when we sit, nothing will happen. This is on one hand. On the other hand, when we are fully established in meditation, we do not need to sit anymore. It will just be there with us all the time. So the first part. If all day long we are very busy externalizing the mind, sending it after the sense objects, very busy in the realm of vices, constantly following vices, anger, greed, lust, jealousy, instead of cultivating virtues, meaning trying to meditate without the moral basis of the meditation. For instance, in the Raja Yoga Sutras, it is the yamas and niyamas, the observations and the prohibitions. So without those, the sitting will be completely useless, because the mind is so trained to run outside, it will not be able to stop, and there will be very, very little benefit of the practice, if at all, because maybe we'll just get ourselves more agitated. So first we need to realize that, yes, here we are learning how to actually sit for the meditation. But this assumes that we're already, like this chapter started, that we're already practicing karma yoga the rest of the time. That we are already very much aware and very much engaged in cultivating virtues. Because without this, we can have the best cushion. Nothing will happen. Meditation will not come. Meditation is a lifestyle. It's not something that we do half an hour a day. And we will see it more and more. Even here, we'll see it in the next verses, that it actually means to live our lives, at least in the beginning, very moderately. Not to get ourselves too excited, not to get ourselves too fanatic or too lazy. It requires a lot of finding the golden medium. And it requires a lot of cultivating sattva, purity, through food, through the way we walk with our thoughts, through everything that we do in life, anything that comes into our senses, into our mind, how we conduct ourselves. It's a complete lifestyle that is aimed at growing in sattva, growing in purity of the body and of the mind. So it's important to mention, because sometimes when we reach all those technical details about how to sit and what to do, which are important, they are very important aids, and this is why Lord Krishna is mentioning them in detail in this scripture. But this is not to take our mind away from the prerequisites, the purification of the mind. And assuming that we are working on the purification of the mind, what to do when we actually go to the practice of meditation, when we actually sit down for the practice. So the verse tells us how to do it in a clean spot. 1, having established a firm seat of his own. 2, neither too high nor too low. See how beautifully Lord Krishna goes into every detail. 3, made of a cloth, a skin, and kusha grass, one over the other. So many details are there to help us find the best posture for meditation. And each one of them means something. So why are they all mentioned here? And how do we practice each and every one of them? We will see as we unpack this verse in the next video. So please join us for the next teaching. Om Shanti.